Okay. All right, guys. So welcome to tonight's team call. It's May 16th. So we literally have 2 weeks left in the month, 2 weeks in a day, if you count tomorrow. So whatever your goals are, if you're shooting for Success Club, there's plenty of time. I'm sitting at 8 right now. Usually by now I've got at least 10. So of course I'm knocking on the okay, sorry. So obviously I'm freaking out a little bit because I like to not focus so much on it this far in the month. But it is what it is, and I know that I have work to do. So I'm going to be following up with a lot of people who've shown interest in the past. A lot of people have shown interest in the 3-day refresh, and I'm kind of not even going with the base kit. I'm like, you guys, if you're going to do the 3-day refresh, you need to follow up with Shakeology afterwards for 30 days to kind of keep your results going. So anyway, I have a lot of people to follow up with. So let's see. 2 weeks. Okay. Summit obviously is coming up. If you have not signed up and you're wanting to, it's not too late. There are tickets left, and I want to see you there, you guys. I want us all to bond and to have a special time in New Orleans. So I'm super excited about that. My mom and I, for Mother's Day, went and had beignets at this French restaurant in Charlotte, and I've never had one before. And yeah, I mean, that's not necessarily my typical breakfast or brunch, having sugar, basically powder for whatever, but it was an introduction to New Orleans and what we're going to get to experience there. So that was exciting. Again, the 3-day refresh group, if you are wanting to be a part of it, it's not too late. I'm actually starting tomorrow simply because I have one of my customers in there. She's the only one doing it right now, and I feel bad. She's the main reason why the group started. She's the one who reached out to me and said she wanted to do it. And so I'm sucking it up, and I'm going to start tomorrow. I know some people are starting next week, so feel free to continue to invite to that group. And Sunday night at 8 p.m., we will have our 1-hour live sneak peek event. So I'm going to create an event tomorrow if you want to invite to that. That happens to be one of our more popular and more successful sneak peeks recently. The 5-day, I don't know if it's too long or people get kind of sidetracked and they can't focus for 5 days. So I don't know. We're going to continue to do that because some people do like the 5-day, but I find that most people do enjoy having laser focus for an hour about the opportunity. So get that out there. Personally invite people to the event. And Jen says she agrees. Yes. So personally invite you guys. You know, I say this all the time. It's great to post on your personal page. People sometimes see that. But when you personally invite someone to an event or a group, it's more personal. They feel a little bit more special versus blasting it on Facebook and them coming to you. So think of it as an invitation to like a birthday party, right? Invite personally and invite to this event. Okay, what else? I think that's it. At the end of the call, we are going to do what we did last week and go over our wins for the week. I think that went over really well last week. So big win, little win, whatever you have, feel free to share. Don't feel obligated to, but if you do have something to share with the team, let's share it. And that's it for announcements. I'm going to go into what I told you guys that we were going to talk about tonight. And that is a new, fresh approach to, I said Achieving Success Club, but it's kind of a fresh approach to sharing the challenge group experience with, with your friends and that sort of thing. So I know a long time ago I had asked if you guys wanted to do a what is a challenge group, kind of like what is coaching event. Well, I have, Jen is in this group too with Carl, and there have been so many different ideas bounced back and forth on different ways to, you know, share your business, share how to invite and that sort of thing. And Jatana Jackson is in one of my mastermind groups. And she shared about that post. I'm not sure if you guys saw that I posted, what day was it? Yesterday, with the hearts. It was, if you knew you wouldn't fail, how many pounds would you want to lose by the end of the year? And I really and honestly couldn't keep up with the responses that kept coming through. And the response was so much that there were people who would have never liked my post in the past, or people I may not have even thought of to reach out to invite to a challenge group. I didn't know they felt like they need to lose 20, 40, 60 pounds, right? So here, all of a sudden, I'm getting my Facebook friends telling me that they need to lose weight. If they couldn't fail, they would like to lose X amount of pounds. And my mind was like blown. I'm like, what do I do with all this? These are tons of people I haven't reached. I haven't helped. I have to help them, right? So Jatana Jackson was sharing that she runs a What is a Challenge group every single month. And she does some sort of call to action post similar to that heart post. And then she has people join this What is a Challenge group so that people see what a challenge group is before they know whether or not they want to join, right? So you're going to give them all the information. And I just created this group yesterday. I can't tell you that I perfected it because I'm just trial and error right now. But I want to go over really quickly the video that Jatana posted in this big group that Carl's running, and it's like 12 minutes. So, but it's it's so simple, but it's really, really something that we can use within our team, and we can duplicate, and we can do every single month. So that, granted, yes, you still want to personally invite people to challenge groups. You personally want to invite people or whatever. But this is a new, fresh way to get some people all together and share what a challenge group is and what it can do for them. So let me share the screen and see what you guys' thoughts are. All right. Setting. Quality is going to have to be a little bit bad because...
Hey guys, it's Jatana Jackson here, and I'm nervous. You guys are amazing. I wanted to go live because I'm getting a lot of messages based on that whole heart post and how I transition things. And I tried really hard to give you guys all the content that I use so that you can duplicate it because I found it really helpful. So I wanted to go live to maybe give a little more words to it rather than just the post. So hopefully this helps. If you guys haven't seen all of the posts that I do in my challenge group sneak peeks, I did it in a thread where I had said I hit SC18. So, all right. So you know that little crazy heart post? It doesn't even have to be a heart post. It could be any call to action where people respond. They say, yes, I'm interested, or they send you messages in your inbox. And I have found, especially at this point in my business, 4.5 years down the road, I have found that it is very, very time consuming to have like 85 conversations at one time. So what I did, and I started this about 1.5 years ago, and it's been super beneficial. I create what I call a challenge group sneak peek. So for a long time, we've always done, coaching sneak peeks or coaching at a glance. And so I started doing challenge group sneak peeks. So this one, sorry, there's something on my lip. This one's called Take Control Summer Group. Whatever. You make up whatever sounds fun for you and your audience. And I thought Take Control is great in terms of the heart post, right? They're all saying, I need to lose 20 pounds. I need to lose 40 pounds, 10 pounds, 5 pounds. It's all about taking control of those goals and making it happen. I think that's one of the things that we struggle with the most in terms of weight loss is we feel like we don't have control over it. That's where the name came from. So I created a group. It's a private group. I'm the only coach in there. And I open it up with a welcome message. So I'll read it off to you. But all of the screenshots are in this group underneath the thread where I said I had Success Club 18. So I create a group. Everybody's saying what hearts they want to do. And I'm inviting them to the group in those comments. So say if they gave me a yellow heart, I put, please come join us with the link to the group. And you guys can go look at my wall, you'll see it. I already have a welcome message in there. The welcome message says, hi. If you're in here, it's because you've responded to a post that I did tonight, and I wanted a place where I could speak to all of you together. I saw the hearts, each and every color, and some of you, I heard your stories. So I named this group Take Control, because that is what we're about to do. Life isn't always easy, but I promise you, if you stick with me, heart, you will have control over your health and fitness, heart. You will feel hungry. You'll feel hungry. You will feel energy you've never felt before. You will feel strong and confident this summer, and you will create a lifestyle that is realistic and sustainable. Are you in? So that was a welcome message that was already there when they clicked to join. The nice thing about them adding themselves to it is, one, it tells me that they're taking action on something, that they are interested. Doesn't mean they're necessarily going to do anything, but they are interested. So it creates not only new challengers, but it also creates a prospect list. So right now there's 177 people in here. And obviously I'm only at Success Club 18, so not all 177 churches. So I will create the final group and add the people who decided to join with either all access or, you know what, they already have the DVDs. I'm still going to help them. They bought it off Amazon, or they borrowed it from a neighbor. Whatever the connection is, I am going to help them get results with it. So the welcome message is there. The group is open. People are adding themselves to it. The next thing that I do is I typically go live, and I will share with you real quick. Let me turn my screen around. Live video. Because I know I was driving home, and the idea came to me. I was like, I've got to do this. I don't have to worry about fears of it being not ready or fears of who's going to join. I just had a feeling that this needed to happen. And then the thought came to me, it needs to be named Take Control. It needs to be named Take Control, because I looked at the message that I put on my wall, and I saw all of these hearts popping up, and I was like, oh my gosh. Okay. I promise we're in the same shirt. I must like Olive. But I basically went live. So there's a welcome message, first thing, right? After they start adding themselves to it, you can add to it. You can see who's trying to join, make sure they're not a coach, or maybe make sure they're not even a current challenger, because that's not really necessary. You should have a challenge group for them. But I did a welcome message in a live video, and I shared my story about, doing insanity and failing at it multiple times. And it wasn't until I got a coach and joined a challenge group that I was able to thrive in that experience and actually get results. I let them know what I'm going to be doing for them. We work on meal planning, meal prepping. We make sure we hold each other accountable. We have a lot of fun. I basically set the expectation of the group. And then I also give them a deadline, make a choice, get off the fence. You're on or you're off kind of thing. And so I said tonight at 8 p.m., which is funny. I said that right at 8 p.m. It's 8 p.m. Tonight at 8 p.m. is the deadline for them to join this challenge group. And so they had 2 days to make that decision, to figure out their finances, if it worked for them. And I feel like when I give them that line in the sand, they have to make a choice if they're in this or if they're not. And if they're not, I definitely let them know that I do these every 30 days. So if this is not a good time for them, that's normal. Like some people just physically don't have the finances to do it. Then I will be doing it the next month, and they have 30 days to save $160 so that they can join the challenge group with me. So I did a welcome message. I did a live video. The next thing that I did was, let's see here. I'm scrolling through here. My call to action. And I posted a picture of my call to action in that thread where I said I had Success Club 18. I think it was this morning. So feel free to go look at that. And I have a cute little image that was on Google. And I asked them to say done below. So when I look at my thread after my call to action, everybody is saying done, 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 done. And what that is to me, or what I've learned it to be, is the power of positive peer pressure. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the video on YouTube, but there's this video of this guy, and he is at like a Lollapalooza concert, right? And he is dancing in the field like a crazy man. He looks like a lunatic. And there's a ton of people out in this field. And one person gets up, sorry, I had a phone call. One person gets up and starts dancing with him, right? And then, so there's two people dancing. And then before you know it, 3 or 4 people get up and start dancing with him. And by the end of the video, there's like 60 or 70 people up dancing. And so this one person who looked like a complete fool, who decided to get up and dance, no longer looks like the complete fool, right? What is that? That is the power of positive peer pressure. So when I say, write done, when you've got your order in, and that first person that says done, and then it just starts trickling down, and they're like, oh my gosh, people are doing it. I'm not the only weirdo that wants to take part in this. And it kind of gives them a little bit of validation that it's okay to do this. So anyways, that's my call to action, and that's what I found to be really effective. Literally, it's like Success Club 10 as soon as I post that, within 24 hours. Let's see here. Then I usually go live again, kind of explaining, all right, we've got some people that have placed their orders. This is when we're starting. This is a little bit about me. I'm usually like literally in my pajamas. It's not professional or anything like that. They want real Jatana. They don't want something polished and perfect. Let's see. Then the last thing I do is a prize. So I like to buy 3-day refreshes because I like to do them personally. I'm about to lose them. But I bought 2 3-day refreshes, and I say that everybody that buys an All Access Challenge Pack between these dates, 8 p.m. and now, one of you guys will win a drawing, right? And one of them is going to be my buddy for 3 days, where we do it together. And they love this. They're like, oh my gosh, I need that. And not only do I need that with their, their name's not on there yet, but I want to do it with Jatana. Like, I want to be her buddy in that. And so I go and post my cute picture, which I'll share. I think I was in the thread, but there's a little picture, and basically just saying whose name will be on here, how to qualify to be my buddy for 3 days and get your nutrition in check. Purchase your All Access Challenge Pack between now and the 10th at 8 p.m. to be entered to win. Obviously, I need to be your coach, and I must be able to ship this to you guys, because I do have people that are in Canada and Puerto Rico and UK and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm not going to pay for all that crazy shipping. So with that, people start going to purchase because they're like, okay, now I'm really in now. And then the last thing that I do, which I did this morning, is I do another Power of Positive Peer Pressure post. So everybody who's decided to purchase, they wrote done, either on the actual wall of the group or underneath the call to action post. And I put, hey, okay, working on my Taking Control finalist list. Please feel free to tell me if I'm missing a name, because between me and my assistant, sometimes there's always a name missing. And so this list wasn't this long when I started. Of course, you can go back and edit it, but people underneath are like, oh my gosh, me, you forgot my name. Another Power of Positive Peer Pressure. There's all my challengers for this group so far. And, they are where I can't do 2 things at once. You can see people are saying like, wait a minute, no, I'm joining too, or I'm ordering tonight. That is another example of a Power of Positive Peer Pressure. So what do I do when like the 8 p.m. is done, right? It's 8 p.m. on Wednesday night. This group is officially, I stick to my word, it's closed. So I have my final list of people, and I create, or my assistant creates, get an assistant if you don't have one. She creates a collage of all of my challengers' pictures. I ask for their permission first. And then I shout it out on my social media of like, watch these people. In 30 days, they are going to transform their lives physically, emotionally, and in my groups. Anyways, so that is my last kind of hoorah, right? I post it in the group. They feel like they're a part of something. I post on my wall. I get referrals. I get their friends, their audiences seeing it and going, what are you doing, Felicia? Tell me. What are you doing, Jennifer? Tell me about it. Or they start stalking my page and send me a friend request. So it's a great way to broaden your audience. You might actually find coaches. That one girl who all of a sudden has a crazy amount of people who are naturally attracted to her who want to join. I'm like, okay, listen, Christina, you got 5 friends who want to be a part of this group. Now, I could take them on, and I'm totally okay with that. That's not what you want to do, but I could also mentor you in this group as a coach. So we can sign you up as a coach, and your friends can join you. You can be my apprentice during this group, and you'll actually earn some commission and pay for your Shakeology. So that's what I do. It's been amazing. I do it every 30 days. And some months I don't feel like doing it at all. But it works every time. I don't have to stress about Success Club. This always works really, really well. So I hope that helps you guys. If you have any questions.
Okay. All right. So what do you guys think? Okay. So what I did, again, was yesterday, I'm getting my days mixed up. Today is Tuesday. Yesterday, I posted that heart post. Where's Nicole? There she is. And she messaged me, and she's like, oh my gosh, you have like 100 and something people who commented some sort of heart. And I was like, I know, like, I've got to figure out what to do. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to use Jatana's, call to action in her whole thing. And so far, I think I have like 27 people in the group. So that was basically just putting underneath someone who posted a heart, and I would just say, hey, because of the outpour of messages or outpour of hearts, I decided to create this group to share how I can help you with achieving your goals. I didn't respond to everyone simply because some are coaches, some are already in challenge groups, or for whatever reason, maybe they're a customer of another coach, and I recognize that, so I'm not going to invite them to step on any toes, right? So, but some people who I didn't think would actually click join, and again, usually I just add people, like when I do a free group, I just add people to a group. This one, again, like Jatana said, you're giving them the choice to either click join or not. And the fact that these people have clicked join, granted the group just started late yesterday and there's like hardly any engagement at all because it flying by the seat of my pants, and I wanted to do a video of our transformations that you guys posted in the team page, but you know how I am with technology, so that hasn't quite happened yet. So I did take your pictures and posted in the group and said, these are some results that our challengers and coaches have gotten from doing the different challenge groups, and I put a Shakeology video in there to kind of go over why it's different than your typical, shake, and then I did the welcome video, I did a welcome post, like she said. I can show you guys if you want. I had hoped for more engagement in this group so far, but again, I mean, this is a trial run. Just had the idea to. Okay, so I shared the Darren O'Lean and Isabel basically breakdown of what Shakeology was. I shared some of you guys before and after pictures. I did a video, and then basically, like Jatana said, I posted in here that, I wanted to have a place to speak to everyone, and if they stuck with me, they will have control over their health and fitness, feel energy, and create a lifestyle that can change your life. So I don't know what's going to come of this one particular group, but I feel like if we perfect it and get better at the post and brainstorm together, I mean, we could potentially do it together as a team. My only concern is and Jatana actually puts her links in her group for people to sign up. I don't want to put my link in a group where one of you guys are in and then they sign up underneath me, and then it's like this, oh crap, I didn't know, like I don't want it to be crossover like that. At the same time, I want us all to be together to have more people, more engagements. I don't know how we can go about doing that other than me just saying, if I post something, say, get with your coach to get the link versus going through this link. You know what I'm saying? So we'll have to like put our brains together and figure it out. But I love the idea. I love the concept. I think that we can make this a part of our month, just like we make Coach Sneak Peek, because I know for me, I'm guilty of saying, join my challenge group, my challenge group, my challenge group. And people are like, challenge group. And even Paul the other day was like, I said something about my challengers. And he said, challengers? And I was like, when my challengers? He's like, challenger? And I was like, what? And he's thinking like somebody that's challenged. Like somebody that I'm friends with that's challenged. And I'm like, no. So my husband was like, the terminology he didn't get. And I talk about my challengers all the time. So maybe a different word needs to be used. But anyway, what do you guys think about that? Okay. Oh, I didn't realize there were. Okay, so Tanya says yes. Amanda says, like, idea. Can you post that video so we can? Yes, JL, I will post that video that Jatiana did on YouTube. She posted in a group, but she actually downloaded it to YouTube, which is cool. So it's got a lot of information. So yeah, and I added Nicole to the group because she's the first one that messaged me, and she's like, what are you doing with all these hearts? And I'm like, hold on, I'm gonna do a team call on it. But it's crazy how many people responded. I'm like, I don't know. But obviously, a majority of people have some sort of thing they want to work on. Love to review the video again. Definitely awesome. Okay, so I guess just between all of us, let's figure out a good way to maybe do it as a team, or if you want to do it on your own, that's fine too. I am finding that it's right now, because I'm just starting it, the engagement's not there. But my live video I did in that group today was during work hours, so I'm sure people weren't just hopping on, number one. Number two, wasn't good. It wasn't good. I was like talking, and I was like, this is terrible, knowing the whole time. So, oh, you watched it. It was bad, wasn't it? You can be honest. It wasn't good. It was just, I could have presented the Beachbody On Demand a little bit better than I did, but oh well. It was fine. You're sweet. Okay. So I just wanted to share that. Again, if Jatana's doing this, and she's been doing it for a year and a half, obviously she's perfected it, and obviously it's working for her. She, again, is hitting SC plus 10 in the first few days of the month, every month. So I feel like we can implement it in our team and do the same thing, because it is, I love the power of positive peer pressure, because people do. Once they see people are joining, they're like, oh, okay, well, all these people are joining, they're going to get results. I want to get results, you know? So I think it's a great concept. All right, so it's only 8:30, so we have some time left. And I know last week Debbie had mentioned that she wanted us to do a share our win every single week for anyone who has a win, whether it's big, small, whatever it is, to share on the team call, because I feel like even we do it in our team page, say it out loud and share it is really, really fun. My win this past week this past weekend, I was home with my parents, and they asked me a lot about my business. And in the past, that normally doesn't come up, because I don't know why. It was just always a tiptoe about, talking about it. Well, then they're like, well, what's this Beachbody On Demand thing? I think I want to do it. Number one, my mom has a lot of problems, hip problems, shoulder problems, like a lot of health problems. So doing physical stuff, even though in the past she used to run a lot, she used to just be really physically active. She can't do a whole lot of things right now. So I always said, well, you can, improvise, you can do yoga, you can do XYZ or whatever. But so anyway, she brought it up, and then my dad was like, I think I want to do some like upper body stuff. And I'm like, oh, well, there's this, and I like pulled up the On Demand, and I showed them the different ways of like filtering and stuff. And I said, here's a Tony Horton one for 10 minutes. He goes, oh, I'm sold. 10 minutes. So anyway, came home and they kept messaging me, will you send me the link to On Demand? Send me the link to On Demand. And so yesterday they purchased Beachbody On Demand All Access, and they're all excited about it. And they're like, we're going to just do what we can. And come to find out, my dad has elevated blood sugar, which in the past he's, been okay, but it's kind of not alarming, but it's to a point where things need to change. So I'm like, Dad, you got to start moving. You got to start doing, there's no reason why you can't. So anyway, All Access. So I'm excited about that. Yay for parents. Anybody else have anything?
Mine is kind of more of a personal win. So for months, Natalie knows, I've been really struggling with time management and just feeling like I can't get everything done every day. And so I started doing this training like the beginning of May, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of writing blogs and building content and doing social media, and we have to do a live video every day. We have to post a blog post every day, write the blog post the blog post. We have to link to all these other social media sites, and it's just a lot of work. But it's made me realize that I do have, like, we are forced to do these assignments, or we spend $100 to be a part of this training. We are forced to do the assignments, or we get kicked out. And there have been numerous people already kicked out. And so obviously I'm like bound and determined to get this stuff done, but it just really has made me realize if I work harder and work smarter, I can get everything done in a day. So I don't know, I've had kind of a mental breakthrough in the last week, just realizing what, I'm capable of doing. So I don't know, that's kind of my win for the week. I feel like I'm getting back to my old self again. So.
Yay!
Without the pressure.
Good. I love your videos.
I'm having a lot of fun doing them.
Yeah, that's good. That's important. What else? Anybody else? Hey, Morgan. Oh, you talking? Hold on. Dan, hold on. Let me unmute you. There you go.
I was just the last 12 weeks I've been doing Body Beast, and I had two gals, buddies that I've been doing the workout with, and we're going to start on Monday. We're going to start Hammer and Chisel, and I've got two other people that were going to do it, and today alone I got 3 other people that are going to join us. So I've got 8 people in our group that are going to do the workout starting Monday.
Awesome. That's so cool. Yay. Good stuff. Thank you for sharing. Sharing the love. What else? Anybody else? Yes, Tanya, new Emerald, out of the gate in 5 seconds. She became an Emerald coach. She's like, I got this. You just watch. She's doing a lot of live content too. So she's doing really well with her social.
I've been trying to step it up a little bit from last time doing lives, just being more engaged, but just also being focused on time management and making a schedule and not feeling overwhelmed, because I'm the type, like, I'm so organized, but when things seem like there's too much going on, I'll just step away. So I've just been trying to get organized, stay focused. One thing that I slipped on in the past was never reading personal development. I'm like, oh, I have a positive mind, I can do this, but that's not really it. And I've noticed a big difference now that every day I make it a priority to read and to engage in videos. So
Yes, it's huge. It's huge. So that's good that you acknowledge that. It's, oh my gosh. Like,
and then one big thing that I've been hearing is like, okay, if people say no, it's like, so what? I don't care. Move on to the next. It's every day in business. You know what I mean? And they'll come back. People watch. I had somebody message me, and I'm like, God, I talked to them like a year ago. I've been saying da da da, and so it's like now it's like they're ready, or now they're really inquiring, and even someone I had in Sneak Peek, they were saying, they've watched me for so long, do this, that, and the other. And I really think people just look to see too how committed you are, or if you've been consistent in your own journey. And so I'm really starting to see a lot of things that you kind of told me, a few years ago. Now it makes sense.
yeah. I was listening to a video today where a coach was saying so many people are watching and they're waiting to see when you fall off. And then when you do, they're going to find the next person who's actually going to stay consistent. And just kind of like a store. The store is closed like 3 days out of the week. They're probably not going to go to the store because they never know if it's going to be open or not. Are they going to be open, or are they always open? What was the other thing? And then they also see their friends who are doing other network marketing stuff, who do it for a while, but then they stop doing it. And so they see so many people start something and then a few months later stop, that they're not necessarily confident in you, because they're just seeing you maybe start out, or maybe seeing, so staying consistent and knowing your audience, knowing you're always going to be here. You're always going to be doing the coaching thing. This isn't like, let me try it out for 6 months and see what happens. This is, I'm a lifer, and I don't care how many no's, and I don't care how many times I fall on my face. You might see me fall on my face, but I'm going to get back up. But you guys probably saw, this is 5 years for me. I'm just now at 5 years, and I want to do a post and say, 5 years. You think it's a gimmick? You think this is something that is a 24-hour get rich quick crap thing? No. Like, I'm in this for the next however long that I'm able to work. I'm sorry, I just went on a tangent on what Tanya just said. Sorry. But but it is true. I mean, you guys, most of you, I'm looking at your face, and no, all of you show up. Like, you show up every single day, and you show up on these calls, and you show up in your business. So people know you're going to be here. So now it's up to them to decide when they're ready. So, and I know JL had posted last night, I believe it was, sometimes her group's quiet, and, that's just normal. And that's just people they're not necessarily ready, or they're just watching, or they're not maybe comfortable yet with posting and stuff, but your content's great. You're such an encourager and such a motivator. So it's not you, again, it's just when people, again, I have 750 people in my group, and sometimes I only get a couple likes out of something that I, pour my heart into that group every single day, but it is what it is. And, you don't get discouraged by that. A tangent. How do I get on tangents like that? Okay, so thank you, Tanya, for sharing. And it's Ashley Rice. I see your name. I see Ashley. So and I'm sorry, I'm calling you Ashley Rice. I know that's your maiden name. that you on here? Can't see. Amanda. Hey, Ashley. So she just signed up today. So welcome. Known her forever and ever and ever. And she loves Shalene Johnson, and she loves All Access on Demand. So she's dived into training today. She's like, I think last time she messaged me was like 30 minutes into training. So she's going all in, and I'm excited for her. Amanda said she can't unmute because her pups are acting up. But I'm working on signing my first business builder. That is awesome. That is so awesome. Yay. That's huge. That's exciting. Yay. $8:42. Anything else? Let me think of while you guys are thinking or deciding whether or not to say something. Again, I thought about with our coach sneak peek, maybe doing the 1 hour one and maybe condensing the other one to 3 days, because there's only this much information each day posted, and then it's like you have to drag them back in and tag them back in, and we can give them all that information in 3 days. So that's something to think about. Okay, Tommy says a good idea. And so I do feel like when I follow up at day 5, they're like, oh, well, I fell off on the second day, and I'm going to have to go back and watch the videos, and you can keep them engaged for 3 days. I think that's good. And I loved the end of Jatana's video where she said, assuming the people who decided to join her challenge group said it was okay, what she said was post a picture of yourself below if you are okay with me making a collage of you joining the challenge group, and then putting it on your personal Facebook page, tagging them and saying these people are about to have their lives change in the next 30 days. And, the power of that is them being out on social media, sharing that they're about to, start something in their life, and then their friends are like, what are you doing? And then it just kind of grows that way. I think that's really, really great for referrals and for creating actual coaches. If you don't follow her on, social media, I don't really follow her on social media, but on YouTube, she has a lot of great videos on how she does her challenge groups, how she does her sneak peeks, other than that 13-minute video I just shared with you. But she goes into about 75% of her challengers become coaches naturally after about 30 to 60 days. So I'll post that video too, along with the one that I just shared that I thought was pretty, I don't know, I just think it's an organic progression that she's created in her groups that we can use with ours. So. All right, was this helpful? Okay, good. Think if there's any other wins. Nicole, how's the reset going?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Reset is going great. I'm on day 16. I'm down a total of 14 pounds. I don't even know if Yolanda's on here. She's down 11 pounds. So it's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, what?
That is awesome. 14 pounds in 16 days. That's crazy.
I
know. 11, Yolanda said 11, and how many days? She started after you, right?
No, we started on the same day. So we're on day 16.
Okay.
I'm here. I am here.
Oh, there she is.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The prep is a killer, though. The prepping is a killer, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I bet. I was talking to my mom about it, and she said thinking about doing it again. But then she said something about my dad doing it. He goes, "Can I just do it for one day?" I'm like,
No.
I don't work that way. And then they got Shakeology again. Was it December? That box is sitting there with like 3 packets gone from December.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, you guys, you have to actually physically drink it for it to do something, right? So my dad goes, well, can I do it like maybe every other day? And I'm like, no, you have to do it every day. And then he goes, well, what about like once a week? I'm like, I've had it. I'm done. I can't even with you. I said, just drink it once this year and you're good. You're good. The most that has been drank was when I was there because I stole their packets while I was there.
Well, at least they're buying. They're supporting.
And they had that expired box, and I'm like, just throw it away. It's expired. Like, it's got 2016, February 2016. And Mom's like, it doesn't expire. I'm like, it's food. It does expire. It's food, and it tastes nasty. So throw it away. They're so funny. Anyway. Well, I'm proud of you ladies. I know you're ready for it to be over. 5 more days.
I know. I am ready. Now I'm like, okay, I'm done. Almost done. But.
Well, I'm ready for the prepping to kind of slow down on that. But I tell you, the results are just crazy for me. So I'm going to try to keep it up as much as possible.
Good.
Yeah.
Joshua managed to shake Deputy Stiller.
I'll start the 3-day refresh tomorrow. I know it's not anything close to what you guys are doing.
It's different.
Yeah, it's different.
It's definitely different.
It's funny. Our pool opened up while I was gone for Mother's Day, and it's only open on the weekends until Memorial Day. And I was like, okay, well, I just got back from Mother's Day having beignets and mimosas and all that stuff. So I really need to do the 3-day refresh. And then I'm like, oh, and then Saturday the pool's open back up. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm doing it. Starting
And like I told you before, the meals are really good on the reset. They're really good. Nothing that you would typically think that you would eat, but it's good.
That's right here.
I don't know if you can look, because I'm going to be eating as soon as. Wait. That's a lot of food, right?
Yeah. That is a lot of food.
Curry cauliflower and lemon pepper kale. So good.
JL, I have not done the reset. I bought the reset a couple years ago, maybe 3 years ago. It was right before I was going to Wilmington, North Carolina for a wedding. And when I went to the wedding, somehow, for some reason, I broke out like all over. I don't know if it was bites or an allergy, like something that happened. And I got back and I'm like, I don't know if I need to do something different. And I just had this reaction. That might have been just my excuse at the time. I ended up selling it to my coach Stacy. I was like, no, you want to do it? I'll give it to you at discount. She ended up buying it. And I was like, oh my gosh. I think my biggest thing is, I don't know that, I mean, I know you can do yoga and that sort of thing, but I feel like if I go 21 days without some sort of intense workout, I tend to get blue. Like, I tend to naturally just kind of like go into a downward spiral of wah, wah, you know? Like, I have to move and you're not supposed to do that on the reset. So I don't know if that's part of the reason why I'm kind of hesitant, but I don't know. I know I need to do it one day.
Beginning of the year.
So I'm going to say that if anybody out there actually truly has digestive issues, like any kind of digestive issues, this is definitely the program, because I've done a 3-day refresh as well. But this has absolutely changed my life. And I won't go into too much information, but let's just say I could go 2 weeks sometimes without doing the needful. And to actually, you actually get to a point where you're extremely miserable because it's just always an issue, at the GI. Went to the doctor constantly trying to figure out different ways to do something. And this has absolutely changed my life. And it's not anything like, oh my God, you're rushing to the bathroom, anything like that. It's just everything, every part about it. You're not sluggish, you don't hurt, there's no pain. I mean, like, I can't eat cabbage. Like Nicole says, I drink water and get gassy, right? It's like everything you drink, or eat. But nothing like cabbage, cauliflower, nothing has bothered me. That's at the point where I am. So I'm so happy with it that, I just have to keep doing it. And I know that there's a post reset, like, that you have to follow for another month or so. And I'm going to do it and do what I have to do. But it has absolutely changed my life. I tell you no lie. I'm telling you. So, oh yeah, that's it. Insomnia, man, it's been really bad, and I've been sleeping like a baby. Okay, and here's the other thing, and I know we probably running short of time.
No.
Like my husband said, I mean, I don't care. I snore, right? And when we first met, I didn't snore, but as I've gotten older, the snoring, like he'll say, "Oh my God, like you sounded like a, whole truck last night." And then he's like, you're talking in your sleep and you're going, rah, 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 making noise. But he said it's like right after I started, a couple of days after I started, he's like, it's night and day, completely night and day. And I'm actually sleeping. I've been Z-quilling for God knows how long. So I made it, up in my mind that I wouldn't Z-quill this entire time, of course, because they tell you to come off all your supplements or whatever. And I've been sleeping like a baby, like actually falling asleep and like a baby. So it's something to be said about the whole process.
It is. And don't let the not exercising be a deterrent, because there's so many other benefits that you probably don't even realize that you're missing out on. That's my 2 cents.
That's what Karen said. So Karen agreed with me. Yeah, I know. I need to look it up. That's amazing, Yolanda. It's crazy that anyone who does it does have whatever their troubles are or the suffering seems to like diminish, and it seems to, I mean, obviously it's not something you just say it's a miracle drug or whatever, but it sounds like it does attack those things that are troublesome in your health.
I think it's amazing that we probably don't even realize what the sugar and the processed foods really doing to us. And I think within those 21 days, you have like this aha moment, like, wow. It's like, you really are what you eat.
Yeah, it's true. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for sharing. I really appreciate it. And I'm excited to find out your end results.
And then we'll actually do our measurements at the end of probably on Monday. So we've been weighing ourselves at the end of each phase just to see what we come down. So the end of phase 3, which is going to be Sunday, we'll measure ourselves and see what's coming in. So that's exciting. Because I was able to button my pants.
Yay! Yay for buttons. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much for sharing everything, for coming on, and hopefully this new challenge group sneak peek thing, we can figure something out and make it happen and make it something that we can duplicate throughout our team so that we can all host one or do a team one or however we choose to do it. But I think it's going to be something that, along with our personal invites and inviting to the challenge groups and sort of thing, I think it's going to be maybe a positive thing for our business. So, all right. So if you guys, everybody's showing their picture except for Jesse. I'm sure he's doing some sort of crisis in the ER right now, which he's away from his desk, but he gets on anyway. Okay. So put your face on, whatever you want it to be, smiley, funny, whatever. On 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Thank you guys again. Sneak peek for coaching live event is Sunday at 8 p.m. and I'll create the event tomorrow. So feel free to invite it to people to it. And other than that, have an amazing rest of the week and see you guys on the team page. Love you.